Okay, goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Right, my testing. Yeah, thanks for waiting. Wait for a while. All right. Hi, student. Yeah, we have about 40 students actually wait me until now. So I want to thank you so much for waiting. Yeah. So yeah, I'm finally here. So we still have some questions in paper one. We haven't finished. So after we done the paper one already, then only we go to the paper two. So let's start with the paper one. Okay, so yeah, I hope you guys is still still with me right now. Okay. Start with question 12. Normally I would say linear law never give us the surprise. It's quite easy. So the variable x and y are related by that equation, while where h and k are constant. So diagram 9 actually show the graph of the straight line obtained by plotting log 10y against x. So and then ask us to find the h and k. So what we want to do right now is in order to link the h and k with the diagram. So what we want to do is we want to change the equation given into the y equals mx plus c, which is what we always do in linear law. Right, so this is what we will do. So this is y equals to hx over square root k. So over here, they already give us very important tips. The y must have log 10. Your y here doesn't have log 10, isn't it? So you should know the first idea you want to do is add the log 10 for both sides. Yeah, here I will add the log 10 also. So is hx over square root. Square root y in the indices world we know is, square root k in the indices world we know is k power 1 over 2. Alright, then log tells us what? The log actually tells us whenever you have divide like this, is basically is a minus, isn't it? So hx minus log 10 k 1 over 2. Okay, and then another things we will do over here is we're going to move the power to the front, become x log 10h. But remember, my objective is I want to get mx plus c. In this case, what is my x? My x here is actually the x. So instead of write x log 10h, I will just swap place between these two to write something like log 10h x. Because just now is x multiply log 10h. This one is log 10h multiply x. A multiply b and b multiply a is the same thing, isn't it? So we can always do this. So then this x is the x I want, then it's just nice. Then this one I will bring to the front as well, minus 1 over 2 log 10k. Okay, based on the position, yeah, we can actually solve it by doing the substitution. You should know when you want to substitute, right? This one is no longer x and y. Because some student might think, oh, this coordinate x and y. No, this coordinate is very follow your x axis and y axis one. Yeah, the x is still x, but the y is basically is a log 10y. So what we want to do is if you want to do some substitution to solve it, my whole log 10y is 9 over 2. It's not log 10 9 over 2. It's very big difference. So this one will be log 10. H, my x will be 2 minus 1 over 2 log 10k. Alright, then I will do the same thing for the second equation. This one will become 17 over 2. Then I have log 10h 4 minus 1 over 2 log 10k. Alright, this is the first equation. This one is the second equation. If I want to eliminate the so-called log 10k, because both of them are the same thing, isn't it? So I can just say the first equation minus the second equation, isn't it? Alright, so like 9 over 2 minus 17 over 2, you will get negative 8 over 2, which is minus 4. You type the calculator, right? This one you have 2 of the log 10h. This one you have 4 of the log 10h. If you minus it, you still have negative 2 of the log 10h. And then this one the same thing. Cancel already, no more. So over here, I just need to solve this one to find my h. So therefore, my log 10h will equal to 2. H will equal to 10 power of 2, which is 100. Done for h. Right, then I want to find the k as well. So in order to find the k, so what we want to do is sub the h back into the equation. Okay, we know the log 10h actually equals to 2. Yeah, you can just rewrite the whole equation. So we'll just say log 10y equals to 2x minus half log 10k. So I can just sub any coordinate here to find the k. Let's say I sub the first one. 9 over 2. This is 2 minus 1 over 2 log 10k. Then I will just solve this one by minus 4. Minus 4 here I still have the 1 over 2, isn't it? Because 4 is 8 over 2 equals to negative 1 over 2 log 10k. By multiplying negative 2 for both sides, so this one should be negative 1 equals to log 10k. Then k is 10 power of negative 1, which is 1 over 10. I hope I didn't make any character mistake. Yeah, if I didn't make any character mistake, I guess both of these are just the correct answer for h and k. Then we can easily get about 5 marks. Yeah, so over here, you see the whole question like this, right? The first idea is it always give you some very weird equation. The equation can be a lot harder than what you see here. Then what you need to do is you need to find a connection between the equation and the diagram. Because normally, the diagram will give you very important tips on their y-axis and x-axis. They will tell you what is the y-axis and what is the x-axis. And then after you see it already, your first thing go into your mind is this topic called linear law. Linear equation is y equals to mx plus c, which is also my channel name, okay? So yeah, so this is how we actually can solve the linear law question easily. So can we find the gradient from the graph? And then, yep, yes you can. You can find the gradient from the graph and then straight away say the log 10h equals to that. Can also. I think maybe it's faster than you do substitution, like what I did here. Yeah, you can actually find the gradient and then you say the log 10h equals to that gradient. This might be easier for you guys. So if you find the gradient, you will get 17 over 2 minus 9 over 2, then 4 minus 2, isn't it? So what is the gradient here is like 4 over 2 is 2, isn't it? Then you just do something like, yeah, it's a lot faster. How come I didn't think about that just now? Yeah, maybe I'm just too tired. Then you're still getting h equals to 100. If you find the gradient first, then only you sub the log 10h equals to that gradient. Yeah, you can always do that rather than do because I see the two coordinates, so I don't know, my brain just tell me, oh, maybe you need to do simultaneous. So I literally use some longer way to solve these questions. Yeah, so I want to thank Junyan to actually voice this out. So yeah, any more things you want to tell me before I move on to the next questions? Yes, no, yes, no. Yeah, 2015 candidate here. I'm happy that you are doing well. Thank you so much for all the help. Yeah, most welcome, MJ. Yeah, I hope you really learn something from my channel and help me to share my channel to your junior, please. So that more students actually know my channel. Alright, let's have a look at this question. This one is not really like very K-but it's also not really an easy question. So you kind of need to understand what is going on here. But this kind of question, I think I explained some similar question before. So basically, right now they give you a rectangle. And this rectangle, they're going to connect the KN and LM you just imagine this is LM and this is like KN. If I connecting them, you realize I actually form a cylinder. Do you see a cylinder here? Yeah, even though it's not really a perfect cylinder, but you get the idea of cylinder, right? Yeah, but white color is really very not obvious. But yeah, when you're connecting them, or you can try to rotate yourself, it will become a cylinder. And then you will see on another diagram like 10.2, he prepared to the cover and the base of the cylinder. So you can see the cylinder on the top here, I need a circle to cover it, isn't it? At the bottom, I need a base to cover it, right? So I need two circles to cover it. Okay, so this is the whole idea of these questions. But he tells us something very important here is, they say something like this. Oops. They want to get the maximum volume. So, because right now, my length here is P, and this is Q. Since P and Q is a variable, that means I can still adjust them until I will get the maximum volume. Maybe I make P longer or I make Q longer. So both of them are variable, they are not constant. If both P and Q are constant, there's no way you make some maximum volume. Alright, so you get the idea? Okay, so if you get the idea already, then we will start doing these questions. Yeah, thanks MJ for supporting my channel. Alright, so okay, this question, first thing they tell me the parameter of the LMMM is 100 centimeters. So this is P. Oops. So bottom is still the P and this is Q. So I know the parameter is double of P and double of Q, isn't it? So 2P plus 2Q, I will get 100. Because the question actually tells us parameter is 100. So divided 2, I know P plus Q equals to 50. Alright, so over here, okay, because I went through this question just now. So you need to choose to make the P as a subject or Q as a subject. But in this case, I will choose to make the P as the subject. Okay, let's see how first. I believe they give us one more information. What else information they tell us? No more already. Only give her 100 only. The parameter is used to form. Oh, okay. Okay. Then. Okay. So if I want to form a cylinder here, definitely you know this is K to N, right? Connecting with L and M. So my height here is actually the Q. And my perimeter here, which is my circumference here, is basically P. My circumference is P. But the P itself is not my R, right? So in order to find the R, I know circumference is mean 2 pi R, isn't it? So circumference is 2 pi R. So therefore, the 2 pi R is equals to P. Then my R is basically equals to P divided by 2 pi. So P over 2 pi will be my radius. So I got my radius now. Okay, because my R in terms of P, so Q I also want to in terms of P. So from here, I say my Q is basically 50 minus P. Makes sense or not? Because P plus Q equal to 50. So Q is 50 minus P. So my Q is 50 minus P. Why I want to make everything in terms of P? Because right now, I want to find volume. If I want to find a volume, I need to know what is the formula for volume of cylinder. Volume of cylinder is what? Pi R square H, isn't it? So therefore, my pi is just pi. My R is P divided by 2 pi square. My H is 50 minus P. So I'm going to simplify this one as fast as I can. This is pi. This is P square over 4 pi square. This is 50 minus P. I try to make it as simple as possible. Pi and pi I cut. I multiply in. 50 divided by 4 is 25 over 2 P square over pi minus. I multiply into both of them. Yeah, some students start to feel a bit panicked when I see something they never see before. Alright, then this one I multiply in. I should get minus P power of 3 over 4 pi. Alright, this one is the volume. Why I want to leave like this? Because I try to make my equation easier to differentiate so that I can differentiate right now. Okay, I say no matter minimum or maximum volume, what we want to do? We want to do differentiate and make it equal to 0, isn't it? So therefore, dv dp equal to 0 because I in terms of p here. So why do we need to find the volume? Because we have a information here. Do you see the yellow color highlight here? They say about maximum volume. So I want to know how to adjust the length of the p so that I can get the maximum volume. Right now they are not talking about maximum rectangle. If yes, then maybe I just like maximum area of rectangle, then maybe I find the area. But in this case, they say maximum volume of the cylinder. So therefore, I need to find the volume. So it's very important to read this kind of questions. Yeah, if not, you were wondering why this question tell me the cylinder. They just give me a rectangle and two circles. Why they want to tell us about cylinder? Definitely is because they want you to find the volume. Okay, I hope I answer your question for Junior. Alright, so let's differentiate this one. Since I in terms of p, then I will move the 2 to the front. Become 2 multiply 25, which is 50. 50 over 2, which is 25. So this one should give me 25 p minus 1. So power 2 minus 1 is 1 over pi. Minus this one differentiate, get 3p squared over 4 pi equals to 0. Yeah, we need to solve this one. So I will multiply 4 pi for a whole equation, or you can move around as long as you solve it. You use your own methods. Alright, so I get 100p minus 3p squared equals to 0. I factorize out the p. 100 minus 3p equals to 0. P equals to 0. Oh, I'm blocking myself. P equals to 0 or P equals to 3p equals 100, isn't it? P equals to 100 over 3. Since I know P is the length, I will never choose 0 as my final answer. So I just rejected P equals 0. Because I tell you, okay, I have a very beautiful cylinder, but the length of it is 0. Then you might think, then how can I see the cylinder? It doesn't exist. Okay, so right now I got the, when P equals to 100 over 3, I will get the maximum volume. This is the whole logic of it. Okay, but have we end yet? We haven't end yet, right? Because I want to know, because here they tell you something very special. Determines by the calculation whether the given size of the TUVR of the cardboards is suitable to use to form the cover and the base of the cylinder. So therefore, because this circle here, I will need to use it to cover this circle on the top. So because of this, then both of them must have the same R, isn't it? They must have the same radius. And what is my R here? My R is actually equals to P over 2 pi, isn't it? And just now we got the P. So we want to know if, let's say, the R is 6 centimeter. I mean, after I calculate it's 6 or any value like quite big, then you know it's not possible. Because that one is basically 11, right? So it's like too big or what? So right now, I will just sub in my P here. 100 over 3 over 2 pi. And then this one, you can use the calculator to actually solve it. Which is 50 divided by 3 pi, right? Yep. So which is 50 over 3 pi. Or you can just type the whole thing, alright? So you get 5.31. Okay, this is from my calculation. So because here they tell you the diameter is 11. So therefore, it's 11, isn't it? So therefore, I know, because this is double of R we call diameter. Since the diameter must be less or equals to 11, so from my calculation, my diameter is basically what? My diameter is double of the R, isn't it? So 5.31. So I actually get 10.62, which is less than 11. Then, so therefore, it is suitable to be used to form the cover and the base of the cylinder. Okay, you get the idea? Yeah, so this kind of question, need a lot of logic thinking in order to solve it. It's not really like a very straightforward or simple question, because they want you to know like what's the meaning of your calculation. After you got this answer, how can you apply in making this cylinder? So it want you to understand deeper rather than just find out the answer of P. So right now you know why you need to the P and how to use the P to know whether it's suitable or not. Yeah, so okay, I kind of like this kind of question, but it's not a very simple question for a lot of students, because you might not understand what the question want, then you might stuck there. But if you understand, I find this kind of question is still fine. Okay, so anything want to ask me about this question? If not, we will move on. Let me drink water first. Alright, yeah, I see there's no questions. Then I assume you guys can understand. Then let's move on to the next one. Yeah, a lot of like not really K-but then it's unusual question, I would say. Alright, so we have a member of the art clubs in the MRSM X. Okay, so want to draw a mural. Is it called mural? Mural? I don't know. On the wall of their college computer lab. So the designs of the mural is congruent. Congruent here basically mean the shape is identical. Mean they are exactly the same. Okay? So blue square as the shown in the diagram 11. So the blue square shapes at the 20th row and the 25th row will be painted in red color. So here you have a lot of row here. It's continue. But until the 25th, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, all will be painted with red color. So, okay. So over here, they ask us to derive the formula. So this is a bit uncommon, because normally they doesn't ask you to like write your own formula, something like that. Yeah, they just use the formula given. But this one, they ask you to derive the formula of sum of the first atom of the Sn of the number of the blue square shapes they are drawn. Okay, so right now, the blue square, I have the first one is 1. Then the next one is 3. Then the next one is 5. And so on. So from here, at least I have some information. I know my A is 1. I know my my common difference, my D is 2. Because just 3 minus 1 or 5 minus 3, you get 2. Alright, so if I know this one already, I try to form the own formula. I do Sn is n over 2. And then 2a plus n minus 1d. The formula is given, so I'm not worried about the formula. So then I will just simplify this thing. So this is 2 plus 2n minus 2. So this is n over 2, and then you got 2n because minus already, right? Then 2 and 2 simplified is n squared. Okay, then I sort of got the formula for it is n squared. But what does this mean by n squared? Okay, this is a very good question. So let's say I want to sum the first 2 rows as 2. Then the n squared basically represents how many blue square I have. I calculate 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 4, isn't it? From my observation. But if I'm using this equation, S2 basically means I want to sub the 2 into here. 2 square, I get 4. So the 4 here means the number of blue square. But this one only apply until the 19th row, because at the 20th row, right? So we actually get red color already. Right now we're talking about the blue square. And I want to see, is it true or not, teacher? Is it just coincidence? So we're trying to sum the first 3 rows and check out how many we have. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 of it. I mean S3, sorry. We got 9 blue square. So if I do into this formula, 3 square, I'm getting 9. So therefore, I'm very confident that the Sn equals to n square represents number of blue square. So if I understand this logic, I done the A already, then I can solve the B. Hence, calculate the number of the blue square shape will be painted with a red color. So, I know it happened at the 20th row all the way to the 25th row. It's all painted with the red. Okay, so right now I'm trying to use the SN to actually solve it. So if I want to use the SN, first thing what I will do, I will sum all the 25th row. This 25th row actually represents the blue one and the red one together. Because blue one I say is from 1 to 19, isn't it? Then from 20 to 25 will be red, right? So what I want to do is, I want to minus. I don't want the blue color. I only want the red color represent. Remember? So I will minus S19. Because I say from first one to the 19th row is all blue color. So therefore, it's very easy. Because formula is n squared anyway. So this is 25 squared minus 19 squared. Then I just use the calculator for it. I should be able to get the answer easily here. So which is 264 of the red color square. Or painted with a red color square. These K-bar questions are so intense. Yes, I will say they need you to have some deep understanding. Yeah. But MRSM paper always represents some trend of the SPM MF exam. So when you see something like this in MRSM, you might be able to foresee a little bit on the what happens to the real SPM paper. So yeah, so no harm to learn this. And in fact, I not only want you to learn, I want you to actually understand until even the question modify a little bit, you can still do it. Unless the question modify a lot, then you can't do it, then it's understandable. If not, I hope you can do it. Okay, 4 mark. Any question? Any question? Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. Yeah, we have about 75 students here. Yeah, I realize SPM students are all sleeping very late here. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Is this the last questions? Oh no, still have one more. Then we will go to paper 2, definitely. Yeah. Okay, so we have some notice here. I think some news here. So diagram 12, yeah, in case some students want to read Malay. Yeah, diagram 12 actually show the information about rainforest based on the report of an NGO. It doesn't say which NGO. And then we have some shocking news, which is on the January of 2021. I think they forgot about 785 million. Here should have a hectare, I believe. Should have a hectare here. Just some typing error. So we have about 785 million hectare. Because hectare means like 10,000 meters square, right? Rainforest remaining from all around, all over the world. Okay. So report also stated that the average annual rate of deforestation in the world is 0.8%. Means what? In this world, every year, is it annual, right? Yeah, every year, they like eliminates the forest by 0.8%. Okay, so this is a very important tips of 0.8%. So right now, they ask you to find the remaining area of the rainforest in a million hectare for the N years from the year 2021. So since the shocking news is 2021, so after I read the part 1, it's sort of they want the formula for Tn. And since this one something to do with percentage, because every year the area will decrease 0.8%. Then next year will decrease 0.8% again. So because of percentage, then I will guess this one is GP. If this one is geometric progression, then I want to find a Tn, formula will be AR n minus 1. Okay, so right now A is very easy. A, I believe, is just 785 million. But what is R? This is a bit tricky. If you think R is 0.8, then you're definitely wrong. You change to decimal, you say, oh, R is like 0.08. It's still wrong. Because decrease 8%, if you use like, okay, if today I give you 10 ringgit, okay, you say, oh, decrease 8%, and multiply 0.008. This one, if you multiply already, you only get the number of decrease, not the remaining. Because right now, what I care about is remaining area. Mean after I deduct the 8%, 0.8%, like how much area is still remain there. Okay, so if you get the idea, the R is basically is 100% minus 0.8%. Or if you don't like the percent, you prefer decimal, you can say it's 1 minus 0.008. Okay, so should be 0.992. This one will be your R value here. Because you still remain about 99.2%, isn't it? If you deforestation by 0.8%. Okay, if you get the overall idea, then let's do it. This is, so over here they ask about how many million hectares. So this is the reason why my TN there, I didn't write the million. Or else I need to add a 60 there. Okay, so this number will in million. Okay, so R is 0.992 and minus 1. So this one is the answer they want for part 1. Okay, then part 2. And some students might ask, sir, how come the A you use 785? Because this thing happened in 2021, right? And this shocking news also is 2021, so it's same year. So I just assume that one is A. 2. Hence find the minimum number of year where at most mean maximum, half of the area in the million hectares of the rainforest still remains from the year 2021. So right now is the logic is we need to wait for how many years? The whole world, the rainforest only left 50%, half of it. If or you can say half of the 785 million. So right now you want to find like, yeah, because today is 2022 only, right? Next year, so like already decreased like 0.8%. So we need to spend how many years to make all the forest decrease until half only? So it's like this. I would say is the Tn will become half, right? Half is 785 divided by 2. This is half of the 785. So here I will just insert the whole Tn. So I will divide this one into both. So I'll here left 1 over 2. And then I'll add the log 10 for both sides. Why I want to add the log 10 here? Because I want to find the n. When n is a variable, log is an easier way to solve it, to find the n, rather than do a try and error. Log rule tell me the power I can move to the front, isn't it? N minus 1 multiply log 10, 0.992 equals to log 10. This is 0.5, isn't it? Half will be 0.5. Then I want to find n minus 1. This one is just log 10, 0.5 over log 10, 0.992. Alright, then n I will just plus 1. But here, something you must be very careful, because here they say at most. So if you want to be more accurate, right, you rather than write the equal, because at most mean maximum, right? You learn about linear programming, you should know at most mean it must be less or equals to. Yeah, I think like this will be more accurate. Then, because this value will be negative value, right? If you type in the calculator, log 10, 0.0992, you will get a negative value. So when you change, here will be bigger equals to, bigger, we'll change the sign, become bigger and equal. So here, I will just type in a calculator, put a fraction, log 10, 0.5, over log 10, 0.992. Okay, so I will get about 86.3, and I want to plus 1 also, right? Oops, I'm blocking it, sorry. I want to plus 1, right? Because minus 1 move to the other side, I will plus 1. So will be 87.3. So this one explain why the question asks you to find the minimum number of year. Because why? If you say at most, right, basically means what? I can accept like 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, and so on. because as long as n is bigger than 87.3. But among all the number of year, I want the smallest year, which is the minimum number. So which is 88. Okay, so basically, maybe until the generation of your son, then the whole world, the forest only left half of it or even lesser. Yeah, this is what happened. And I would say progression is somehow quite useful in the real world, because if you want to predict or you want to forecast a lot of things, you will use the knowledge of the progression. So yeah, don't hate about this topic. There are some students just say, sir, I don't like progression. A lot of K-bar coming out from this topic. But I mean, even when I come out to do business, right, progression is something like I will even like use it on my business proposal plan, something like that. So I will use it to do my business plan. So I think the part of the knowledge is quite useful if you understand how to use it. Okay, so yeah, I hope this question doesn't scare you. We still have one more to scare you. Yeah. Why not 87? Yeah, it's very good question. Because some students might think, yeah, why not 87? So if today, I say, I will give you at least 5 ringgit. Okay? I mean, I will give you at least 5 ringgit. Or at least 5 ringgit or 5.2 ringgit lah. Let's say. I say I will give you at least 5.2 ringgit. Then in the equation, in the inequality, we write n is bigger or equals to 5.2. Makes sense, right? Then after I promise you this one, then now I say, okay, I give you 5 ringgit, can or not? Even though I promise you, I will give you at least 5.2 ringgit as the salary of helping me promote my YouTube channel. Then after that, I say, what if I give you 5 ringgit, round off what? 5.2 ringgit become 5 ringgit, can or not? Then you might not agree, right? Because you say, sir, but you promise you at least give me 5.2. You want to round off, also round off to 6. Because at least 5.2 means we must be bigger than 5.2. We cannot accept less than it. And because number of year must be integer, so yeah, we doesn't go for 87.4 or something like that. We will use the integer to actually do it. So since the inequality tell you, you must bigger or equals to 87.3. Basically, you cannot write 87. If I say 87 is bigger or equals to 87.3, does this inequality make sense to you? No, right? It is wrong. Because 87 is not more than 87.3. In fact, the 87 is less than 87.3. You understand it? So not every time you can round off to the nearest number. Just say 87 in this case. So if you have the inequalities, then we will never round off like that. Okay, so I hope I made you understand it. Okay, wow, just 4 mark question. You kind of need to use a lot of brain juice to get this 4 mark. Yeah, so if you are MRSM student, I would say you are very strong. All right, last question for this paper. Okay, we have some. This question actually, after I read finish, maybe like my English is not that good, so I not really like fully understand what is going on. But yeah, I roughly know what's the question one. Okay, so the organizer why want to organize a virtual running event. Okay. So the diagram 13 actually show a pledge for the virtual running event. They will be given by the organizer to all the participants. So they will actually give this plate to all the participants. The cost of each plate is about 45 ringgit. So I need about 45 ringgit to make this. So it's given that 3 circle is given that the 3 circle, which is 3 circle, you should be able to see 1 circle, 2 circle, 3 circle. Yeah. and all the shaded area are congruent. Means what? This is important. You must understand this congruent. I don't know. They just love to keep using this word. Mean all the shaded region are identical. Exactly the same. There's no difference at all. So the radius of the circle is 3 centimeters. So at least I know the R is 3. Alright, this is some information I have. And the parameter of the shaded area, each of the shaded area is 2 pi. So basically mean this one plus this one is 2 pi. Okay, this is all the information we have. So calculate the total area of shaded region. They give us 6 marks to actually find the total area. So yeah, we can see a lot of shaded area here, but we want to find the total. So what I want to do here is, the 45 we can use it later lah. I write here 45. So what I want to do here is, since this is 2 pi, I know 2 pi is basically one like this and another one is like that, isn't it? So I can say bottom is pi, then top is another pi, isn't it? Then add up together, I have 2 pi. This is not hard to understand. This arc length itself is just pi. 2 pi is a parameter of the whole shaded area, isn't it? I mean each of the shaded area. Then what I wanted to try to do here is, I try to link this one to the center point. Link this one to the center point. Yeah, you will sort of get things like this. And then the radius is 3 is given. But definitely we do not know the angle. But since we know the formula S equals to R theta for the arc length, then there's possible we can get the angle from here. So therefore my arc length is pi, my R is 3, my theta is the value I want to find here. So the angle itself is pi over 3. Because this one is radian, right? So pi over 3 I know actually represented by 60 degrees. So if you understand that, right? So if I want to draw a triangle like this, you should know this one will be 3 also. Because it will be the equilateral triangle. But in this case, I don't think you need to find the equilateral triangle. So it's fine. So I'll just leave like this. Okay, after I got the angle already, what I want to do next is, I will draw a line. This line we call chord, which is separate out a triangle and a segment. So what I want to do is, I want to find this part, half of it. It's not the whole thing. I think it might be a bit hard for you to see. Let me just sketch it out. This one is just sketch, it's not perfect, okay? Yeah, some student might say, sir, your drawing is different with the question. It doesn't matter. Just sketch it. Okay, so I want to find half of it, which is what we call area of segment. So right now, we know this is 3, and this is 3. And this one will be pi over 3. So if I want to find area of segment, we have a segment formula, isn't it? Segment tells us that half R square bracket theta minus sin theta, isn't it? This is the formula for area of segment. If you do not know, basically it's the area of sector minus area of triangle. So half, my R is 3 square, theta is pi over 3. Of course, pi you need to change to 3.142 later in order to get a very accurate answer from the marking scheme. Okay, then definitely here I will type everything in the calculator. But right now, my question is, in this diagram itself, you have how many segments here? So this is something important. So therefore, I will separate this one, because this one is considered one segment, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I have 14 of the segment. So as long as if I can find one of it, because they are congruent, then I can just times 14. Then I get the total area of the shaded region. Okay, this is like how we'll do it. Okay, but let's type everything in the calculator. Yeah, I know some of you going to argue the same thing again. Sir, you cannot type sine pi over 3 because my school teacher say must do sine 60. Alright, your school teacher is not wrong 100%, but in fact we can type sine pi over 3. Okay, if you do not know, you basically change your calculator into radian, then you can just type everything into a calculator without convert it into the 60 degree. Okay, let's do it. Okay, 1 over 2 times 3 squared is 9 lah. Alright, times 3.142 over 3 minus sine 3.142 over 3. So you will get sort of the 0.8159. Alright, you know, you get a very accurate answer, so I will just put 4 decimal first. So the total area is basically 14 multiplied 0.8159. So you will get 11.42. Okay, centimeter square. So this one will be the total area. Yeah, I didn't put the calculator screen. Yeah, if you want to see, you can actually do it here. But because I use the physical one, one of the reasons is because I want more space to do it. But yeah, if you still miss, I can type together with you. Let's do it. 1 over 2, 3 squared is 9. Yeah, since at the same time maybe here is 3.142 over 3. Yeah, I forgot about decimal. Minus sine 3.142 over 3. Make sure calculator is R there, type enter. You will get, yeah. Okay, it's slightly, yeah, just now I typed the pi into it. So it'll be slightly different, it's 6. So this one is 6. And then I times 14. 11.42. Yeah, still 11.42. Okay, so yeah, we got the total area. Okay, so 6 mark. And then we still have another 2 mark questions here. So this organizer Y, they intend to color the shaded region with the gold color. The cost of coloring, right, is like 1 ringgit 20 cents per centimeter square. So calculate the percentage. Alright, this is something, percentage of incremental cost will be borne by the organizer. So basically what the question trying to say is like, because the original is 45 ringgit, right? So if I want to make the shaded region in a gold color, how many more percentage of the money I need to pay? Something like that lah. Okay, so what I want to do is since like is like every centimeter square, right? This one already in a centimeter square. So they want the golden color. So will be 11.42 multiply 1 ringgit 20 cents. So just multiply 1.2. So it's about Rn 13.7 or 70. Okay, so I want to know this one is this one is actually represented by how many percent the organizer need to pay extra. Okay, so I will use 13.7 divided by 45 times 100%. This is how we get a percentage, right? Divide by 45 times 100. So basically the organization need to pay about 30.45% extra. So if the organizer Y want to paint it gold color, it need to pay extra 30% in order to make the, I don't know, the logo or what look nicer. Okay, so yeah, this is what happened in paper 1. And from 2, my math knowledge capable of solving any MF questions. From 2, you can go try it out. Some MF from the, find the easier one last. But sir, how do we know both arc length are same, which is pi? Because the question tell you this shape is congruent, right? If congruent, right, basically means on the top and bottom must be symmetry. Okay, you might argue, is it possible they are not symmetry? I think it's still possible. I don't know if they want to design like Soviet until not the same. But if not the same, then it's impossible to find. Yeah, so in the exam, if one method is you assume they are the same, you can find. If they are not the same, there's no way you can find, then I will just choose the option one. Because if they are not identical, then I do not know what's the ratio for top part and what's the ratio for bottom part. If you do not have more information, I will just assume they are the same. Okay? So 45 is for the each pledge, right? Correct. So why they asking money question in MM? I don't know. They just love to ask about money questions. But it doesn't matter. So yeah, we still have like half an hour. Yeah, we can add a little bit time until 11 something because we start a bit late. So yeah, we can go to the paper 2. Let's go. But I want to drink some tea first. Feel tiring to explain the K-bar question, and I try to make the K-bar look not so scary. Yeah, so I don't want to like scare you before you go to the SPM because your exam is on next month, isn't it? It's just very soon. The 45 need to time 3, right? I thought the 45 is for the whole thing. Is it for one of the circle? Why you need to time 3? The cost of each plate is 45. Do we need to multiply? Okay, let me Google about what is the plate actually means. Or I see Google image. Got any tips or not? The cost of each plate is 45 ringgit. I believe it's the whole thing, isn't it? Yeah, the whole thing is called plate, right? Yeah, so I doesn't misunderstand anything, right? Okay, good. Then I can move on. Yeah, because sometimes, yeah, my math is okay, but sometimes my English is so fail. So this is the reason why I just very I couldn't understand what the question was. Yeah, you have about 3 weeks, right? Yeah, 3 weeks start SPM, right? But SPM is actually like for MF is like 24, right? If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I also searched the page and all about the T. But it's fine. Okay, let's go to paper 2. So we have this diagram. Is it the same question? Oh no, it's not the same question. Okay. So we have a square here. So here is x and here is x. Okay. So and then we have a rectangle. It's given the sum of the parameter of both quadrilateral. Quadrilateral means both shape also called quadrilateral. Is about 68. Basically, the parameter of both diagrams add together is about 68. The length of the PQRS y is 4 centimeter more than the length of the square. So here at least I know y is basically 4 centimeter more than the x. And then the ratio of the width. So here I believe this is what they call length. Okay, this is what they call width. So yeah, you kind of need to be careful about all these keywords. So the width is the width of the PQRS, which is Z, ratio the width of the this one what KLMN, which is X. Oops. It just jumped to other screen. Okay, ratio X is equals to 3 ratio 4. Makes sense, right? Because this one is shorter, this one is longer, this is X, right? Okay, so ratio. So what we will do is we will actually form an equation for it, isn't it? I accidentally jumped to the question 2. Okay, never mind. Already explained halfway, then only we jump back to the question 1. Okay, just chill. Yeah, since I explained halfway, then we go back to question 1. Okay. All right. So make it into the fraction first. So Z over X equals to 3 over 4. All right. Then I just make everything in terms of X lah. Then it's easier for me to find a parameter. So my Z is basically equals to 3 over 4x. Yep, I got another information. My Z is 3 over 4x. Alright, then right now I can find both of the parameter. This is x. So parameter for this one is 4 of them, right? So parameter is 68 for both diagram. So this is 4x plus, I had double of this one, isn't it? 2, 4 plus x. And then I double of this one, isn't it? Plus 2, 3 over 4x equals to 68. Okay, this one is for the rectangle, this one for square. Yeah, you should at least know about this. Then yeah, just solve this thing, alright? So I'm so lazy. So 4x, 2x are okay. Here we never mind lah. Don't be lazy lah. Just write everything. 3 over 2x equals to 68. Okay, so 8. This one simplified 60. Then we have plus this one, 6 plus 1.5. So I have 15 over 2x. Then my x is equals to 8, isn't it? Alright, then I got the length of x. Then I want to find the y. Y is basically 4 plus x, isn't it? Y is 12. Then I want to find the z. Z is basically 3 over 4 x, isn't it? Then z is 6. Okay, I got my x, y, and z. Easily got the 5 mark here. Yeah, as long as you know how to solve this kind of question. I don't know, this one compared to the just now the k-bar question, this one look extremely easy to me. Alright, so time travel back to the question number 1. Alright, I would say the C is a little bit k-bar. Yeah, it's unusual. It's not the common questions. So can I use a simultaneous way to solve this equation? Yeah, you can use any way to solve it. Yeah, definitely you can try the simultaneous form field equation and then you solve it. As long as eventually, because the question doesn't specify they must use the simultaneous, isn't it? Yeah, they just ask us to find the value. Yeah, you can form the field equation. Yeah, maybe this equation and then maybe this equation, then maybe another equation for parameter. Yeah, you can do it, no problem. Okay, complete a square. Yeah, I'm very good in completing a square, so I have no worry here. Take out the negative 4 from first two term, maybe first two term. So negative 4, take it out. I still have the x squared plus x plus 2. Okay, then here I want to form some bracket square and plus 2. So this is x plus 1 over 2. Then here minus 1 over 2 square, which is 1 over 4. Alright, then I multiply negative 4 into both of them, into this one and into this one. So it's become plus 1, plus 2. Done. Okay, so yeah, this is fx. If you are using this model of calculator, I say many times you can check the answer of the completed square using this calculator. So what you want to do is just go to the equation, which is a here, polynomial, and then power 2, and then key in your ABC, which is negative 4, enter negative 4, and positive 2. And then you type enter for 3 times, 1, 2, 3. Then they tell you your minimum x value, or which is the x value, is negative 1 over 2. I say many times x value will be opposite sign, right? positive 1 over 2 become negative 1 over 2, then I know I'm correct. Then your y value is 3. And this is y value, isn't it? Yeah, then I'm very confident my complex square is correct. Okay? So therefore, you should know this one actually give you the maximum. Sorry, it's not minimum, maximum coordinate, which is negative half and 3. Alright, I done the part A, 2 mark, very easy. Part B asked me to sketch. Yeah, I'm very good in sketching graph as well. So you just draw the graph, y-axis. Or maybe I draw the thing that only add the axis also can. Yeah, you use any way you are familiar with, it doesn't matter. Negative 1 over 2, 3. Then I want to get the y-axis. Y-axis maybe somewhere here. Just estimate, okay? Maybe somewhere here. The y-axis. My x-axis are 3, so my x-axis is somewhere here. It doesn't matter. Yeah, but it doesn't look nice in my eyes, so I make it look nicer a little bit. This is y because my intercept is 2. Okay, done. So how do I get 2 so fast? Because y-intercept x equals 0, right? Sub x equals 0 into this equation, you will get y equals to 2. Then yeah, you literally get the whole graph, another 2 mark. Okay, done. Okay, then we go to the part C. We have a 1 point. We do not know where is this point. They say this point is actually lying on the graph of that equation, so that s is a positive value. S must be positive value. S is a y, so here mean y must be bigger than 0. The y coordinate, okay, the y coordinates of the P. Okay, if the vertical distance of the point P from x-axis is 0.44, so I will just assume this is 2. 0.44 is actually quite low, so I just assume P is here, because but I will zoom in. Oops. Oh my god, the screen just fly away. So I just zoom in to show you, the vertical distance here is 0.44, because this is vertical distance from the x-axis, isn't it? Is 0.44. So 0.44 is basically this distance from x-axis to P. Yeah, you should be able to see it's over there. Okay. Then this vertical distance, why did they want to tell us vertical distance? This one is actually the y value, because vertical distance because why they tell s equals to must bigger than 0, because just now my P is between what coordinate again? My P is R and S, right? R and S. If the question doesn't tell you this, then it's possible it can be from the negative here, 0.44 like this. It's still 0.44 distance from x-axis. So this is the reason why they say s must be bigger than 0, so they do not want you to take the bottom one. They don't want you to take this one. Okay? Then, what we want to do right now is, if you know this one is actually tell you my y coordinate is 0.44, isn't it? Isn't it? Because from the x-axis is 0.44 unit. Then I already got my P. The S is basically 0.44. So right now, I want to find what I want to find now. Find the horizontal distance of P from the x-axis, from the axis symmetry. So we have horizontal distance from the point P. Okay. So right now, what I want to do is, I have the axis symmetry. This is the called axis symmetry. So right now, they want to find the horizontal distance. This one is so-called the horizontal distance from P to the axis symmetry. Okay, so in order to find this one, I must know what is my x value. So in order to know the x value, I can just sub the value 0.44 into my y. Then I will solve it. So I got my fx, right? So therefore, my fx, my fx is 0.44, right? Fx equals to, you can sub in any equation you like, it doesn't matter. But okay, never mind. X plus 1 over 2 square plus 3. So since right now the y value is 0.44, I will just sub into 0.44 into the fx to find my x value. I'm not sure you need to show this one or you can just type the calculator to get the final answer, but just 2 mark. I don't think you need to type the calculator. I mean, solve it manually. Maybe you can just solve using the calculator solve function. But if you want to do manually, it's not too hard, I guess. So this one is become 0.44 minus 3 divided by -4. I will square it, and then this x plus 1 over 2. So then I will just move my 1 over 2 to the other side, minus 1 over 2 equals x. Yeah, you can type the calculator, you don't need to care. Like, so how do you do this? Yeah, so square root 0.44. I'll put the fraction first better. 0.44 minus 3 over -4. And whole thing minus 0.5. Yeah, so my x right now, according to my calculation, is 0.3. Okay, here some of you might wondering, sir, how come your square root doesn't have plus minus? Okay, why doesn't have the plus minus here? Because it's from that diagram, I will assume my p is at the positive zone. Okay, so this is the reason why I doesn't do the plus minus thing. I only do the plus thing. So therefore, I know my x coordinate now. So my x is 0.3. So this one is negative 0.5. So yeah, so therefore you want to find the horizontal distance. What you want to do is you use this one minus this one, right? 0.3 minus negative 0.5. So you will get 0.8 as your horizontal distance. Okay, so many people want to know why it's 104. Oh, okay, because I literally do some shortcut here. Just in case you actually get a bit stuck here. So okay, supposedly what we will do here is what we will do here is we will plus something square minus something square, right? And then we plus 2. So this something over here is b divided by 2. Your b here is right now is 1, isn't it? So this is 1 over 2. So this is 1 over 2. And then this 3 term, we combine, we become something like this. We become x plus 1 over 2 square. And here we will left a minus 1 over 4, isn't it? Because 1 over 2 square, you get 1 over 4. This is how I get 1 over 4. Okay, I hope what Ryan actually get it. Yeah, I see you keep asking this one in the group. Alright, so yeah, this is how we find a horizontal distance. Yeah, you just need to get the idea. It's not too bad, I guess. Okay, some student might ask, so what if I find the p here? Yeah, I guess you will get the same result also. Let's say this is 0.44 here. Then you should know the coordinate is called x or 0.44, isn't it? Okay, then this one, when you do here, you will need to do the minus version. Then I will add the negative in front of here. Add a negative here. I enter, I will get negative 1.3. So my x here is basically negative 1.3. Then if I want to find the distance between this one to the axis symmetry, I will just say negative 1 over 2 or negative 0.5 minus negative 1.3. You're still getting back 0.8. No matter which point you assume is the point P, it doesn't matter. But the most important is you must get the idea like what is going on here. Okay? Of course the 0.44 for both sides is not tally. I just give you the example, alright? Yeah, the diagram is not in skill, alright? Alright, so oh my god, just 2 questions spend me so much time for question 1 and 2. But yeah, because it's just 2 mark lah. Yeah, it's a bit hard for these 2 mark questions. Okay. It's tiring to explain MF. Any question you want to ask so far? Okay, if no questions. Let's go into another circular measure. How many marks? 7 marks in total. Alright, pi equals 3.142. Alright, so here you have some diagram. Alright, so here is the what? Here is the pool. This one is the pool. Ball pool. They call ball pool. And then the length of court is 12. So the RS here is 12. This is not the arc length. Huh? So PQ, the arc of the PQ is ratio 3. QR is ratio 2. So since PQ is basically 90 degrees, then it's not hard to guess. This one is ratio 1 as well, because both sides must have the same ratio, isn't it? Okay, so, but not sure we need to use that 1 or not. So it doesn't matter, I write it down first. Or it's meter. Okay, so calculate value calculate the value of theta in radian. Okay, so we have some 12 meter. Okay, so do we have radius? Does the question tell us anything about the radius? Yeah, 16. Then I have a triangle to solve to find the theta. 16, 12. This theta. Depend what you want to do. If you want to use the cosine rule, then you can just straight away use the cosine rule easily. If you don't like the cosine rule, just so long, I prefer to use a sort of the sine rule. Yeah, you can do, you just separate them into the half, 90 degree. Then this one into the become a 6 and 6. Then you can use a so-called SOHCAHTOA. So it's sine theta over 2 equals to 6 over 16. Okay, so basically I will just take half of the triangle to actually do my SOHCAHTOA here. Sine is opposite over hypotenuse, right? It's not too hard to understand here, right? And why is theta over 2? Because I separate the angle into half of it. Alright, so then, yeah, let's solve this one. So theta over 2 is equals to, in radian, right? So I will just shift sign, 6 over 16. So I have about 0.3844. Then times 2. Then I got the theta. 0.7688 radian. Done. Okay, it's not too bad. And if you prefer cosine rule, go ahead and do it. No problem. Yeah. Okay, let's do a cosine rule as well. So cos theta equals to 16 square plus 16 square minus 12 square over 2 times 16. Yeah, then you still will get the same result, I hope. Shift cos fraction 16 square plus 16 square minus 12 square over 2 times 16 square. Yeah, you were still getting 0.7688. Okay, so both result will actually, both method will actually tell you the same. So can I use the cosine rule to find the radian? Yeah, I just show you, you can. Okay, don't worry. If you prefer use the cosine rule, go ahead and do it. Yeah, just one, just 1 mark. All right. So the yellow color fence area is waiting. Is waiting bay for parent while their children are playing in the ball pool. Calculate the length of the fence in meter for that area. So yeah. So basically, you need to find the parameter here. I use red color to actually show you. I hope you can see the red color. Since I have this one, the theta itself is what, 0.688, right? Okay. So here, I'm not sure why they give so many marks, because for me it's very easy. Just need to find the arc length plus the 12. But they give 3 marks. I don't know how they give this mark. Okay. Okay, I don't know. We just find this is r theta, right? This is r theta. My r is 16. My theta is this one. Here I get this one. 16 times the answer just now. So I got 12.3 meter. This is the arc, right? Then I still need to plus the chord, right? Chord is 12 12 meter, right? Okay, then this one is 12.3 meter plus 12 meter, then get 24.3 meter. And get 3 mark. But just now, the question, 1 mark do so many things, but 3 mark do so little thing. I don't know. But yeah, maybe need some deep understanding in order to get this one. Alright, so yeah, anyone who just click this video might think that you are doing half angle thing. Yeah, no, that one is just a simple half angle thing, not really the formula. Okay, calculate the area for the what children playground. Okay, the children going to play here, and they want to know the area. I don't know. It seems extremely easy. Just I don't know. Half r squared theta only, right? Then why they give us all this ratio for what? I don't know. Half r squared. My r is 16 square. Theta. Theta is 90 degree. Is pi over 2. But pi, you want to do the 3.142, right? Okay, you just type everything and give it 3 mark. Yeah, I thought this question gonna be very hard, but surprisingly easy. I don't know. Yeah. Am I miss anything here? Or 0.9? I don't know. Am I make any mistake? POQ is the kawasan permainan kanak-kanak. Yeah, maybe they see, okay, paper 1 so many K, but then paper 2 they do some kindness for you. Right, so okay, just like that. Okay, nothing surprised me. How do you think is 90 degree? Oh, good question. It might not be 90 degree, right? I don't know. But yeah, the sky actually asking a super good question. Yeah, we cannot assume it's 90 degree. This is the reason why, yeah, they give us okay ratio. Then now it's kind of makes sense to me. Okay, then kind of makes sense to me. We need to find the angle. Let's do it. Um, 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 um. But we do not know what exactly is this ratio. I mean, this 12.3 is. Oh, okay, yes, because here is basically is the 180 degree. I can use 3.142, which is pi minus 0.7688. Yeah, sorry. Cannot straight away assume it's 90 degree. Yeah, thanks for reminding me. So I'm wondering how come it's too easy. Sometimes I will doubt my answer. So the whole angle here is 2.3732. So I want to find exactly this angle here. So it will take 3 ratio out of 5 ratio, right? So therefore, for the angle of POQ should be 3 out of 5 of 2.3732. Okay, so this one times 3 over 5. Okay, is 1.44239. Okay, then yeah, sub the correct one into here. 1.4239. Okay, so yeah, now this one make more sense now. Okay, then at least got a little bit challenging rather than just now it's the way too easy. Oh, sorry, it's 239. Okay, then is this answer? Yeah, I hope my answer is correct. Yeah, the question doesn't say it's 90 degree. Yeah, my mistake just now. I'm sorry. So is everything okay? Yeah, so maybe if you want to so many decimal, you can put about 2.6 also can. Okay, so let's continue. Yeah, because I'm too happy. I see like half of it, then I thought it's 90 degree. Yeah, it's a common mistake. Yeah, now I literally show you how to avoid the common mistake. Is don't always assume it's 90 degree if the question doesn't say so. Yeah, so I make a mistake to show you, to demo to you, this is what happened to the mistake. Yeah, you got wrong. Alright, so we want to prove this thing. Okay, this one I think this one choosing the right hand side will be smarter. Left hand side is quite hard to prove. So yeah. So we choose the right hand side in this case. 2 cos x cosecant 2x. Okay, so I will start from the right hand side. So this is 2 cos x. Cosecant is 1 over sine 2x. So this is 2 cos x over. This is sine is 2 sine x cos x. Alright, then what I want to do right now is 2 and 2 I simplify. Cosec and cosec I simplify. I got 1 over sine x. So am I doing it right? So time cos square time cos square time cos square time cos square. Nah. Maybe I don't want to cancel it. Yeah, no, I don't want to cancel also. Okay, never mind, never mind. I don't want to cancel first. Get a cos square on the top, right? I will multiply cos x here. I multiply cos x at the bottom. Okay, then I have cos square x over. It sounds a bit weird to me. I don't know. Let's see what happens. The bottom I can change to 1 minus sine square. 1 minus sine square. 1 minus sine square. Then 1 minus sine square. No. Oh, just now I easily got the answer, but how do I do already? I want to get cos square over sine. This is 2 cos x 1 over sine. Sine 2x is 2 sine x cos x. I simplified already. Cos square times cos. Top I changed to 1 minus sine square. 1 minus sine square. 1 minus sine square. 1 minus sine square. Oh, okay. Okay, I got it. Cancel. Just cancel. Get 1. So 1, I know sine square plus cos square equals to 1. So top, I will do sine square x plus cos square x over sine x. So yeah, so sine square x over sine x plus cos square x over sine x. Yeah, then I got the answer. This is sine x plus cos square x over sine x. Proven. Yeah, I kind of stuck for a while. It's like, okay. Can become sine 2x plus cos 2x. Can I make 1? Yeah, can make 1 into a sine square plus cos square. Yeah, I see. Yeah. So what law say is correct. Yeah, I got it. I also got it. Okay, so anyways, yeah, after we're done already, now we can sketch a graph. Okay, y equals to modulus sine x. Okay, this one not too bad. No, not too bad. I show you the sine x first. So this is what the sine x will do. But modulus means what? This part at the negative going to do a reflection. So this part over here will remain. But let me draw nice a little bit. It will remain like this. Erase. Okay, this is modulus sine x. And then the maximum will be 1. So here will be 1. It will stop at 2 pi. Definitely this one is the x-axis. This one is the y-axis. So here will be pi. Here maximum is pi over 2. This one is 3 over 2 pi. Okay, done. Then this one, hence find the number, hence using the same axis, sketch the straight line that satisfy this one. Okay, this is y equals to k. Like I say, y equals to k is a horizontal line. This line must parallel to x-axis. Okay, so produce a 4 number of solution. Basically, you will touch 4 points. Okay, so let's see some ruler. 0 degree, please. Give me some 0. Okay, so you imagine if like this. Okay, this one is not perfect. If like this, you actually touch how many points? Over here, you only touch 3 points, right? 1, 2, 3. You touch 3 points only. But at the maximum here, you touch 2 points only, right? 1, 1, and 2. So in order to touch 4 points, right, must be between maximum and the minimum. Because in between here, you're touching 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you understand this, k must be between 0 and 1. Okay, it cannot be equals to 0 if you touch 3 points. It cannot be equals to 1 if you only touch 2 points. So this is the reason your k must be between 0 and 1. Yeah, I hope you understand it. Yeah, 5 mark. Done. Dun, dun. What's the time now? Alright, let's play one more question maybe. 8 mark questions. Alright, let's do this one. Okay, we have some quadrilateral, which is something like AEFG. What is it? AEFG. Okay, and triangle, ABD. So BD and AG intersect at C. Alright, nothing important here. Okay, at least they tell us AB is 4x. Write down. CB here is half y. Is negative half y. And okay, so G to F is 3 over 2y. Okay, you can see both also is y and y. Then I can assume the BF is parallel to BCD. Okay, this is what we can do. Yeah, as long as your integrity sign is the same meaning, you can do that. Am I right? My integrity sign wrongly? Why the student actually put a question mark there? Yeah, it's the same, right? Yeah, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. Alright, so yeah, I worry sometimes do it wrong. Okay, so we have some EF. Where is E to F? Here, 3x. Okay, and the ratio BC and CD is 2 ratio 3. Okay, then BC over CD is 2 over 3. Then CD over BC is 3 over 2. Then CD is equal to 3 over 2 of BC. Then I can insert my BC, negative 1 over 2y. Okay, so it's negative 3 over 4y for my CD. Okay, I got the CD really fast, which is negative 3 over 4y. I hope I didn't read anything wrongly. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so then what the question want me to find? They want me to find AC. Okay, so we can use that triangle. So AC is basically equals to AB plus BC. So it's 4x. Opposite direction, right? Plus 1 over 2y. Done. AD. What is A to D? Is over here. So yeah. AD is equals to AB, 4x, plus these two plus together, 1 over 2 plus 3 over 4. 5 over 4y. Done. 3 mark easily. Okay, then, okay, we have some, given that AG is lambda time of, okay, just right lah. AG is lambda of AC. And AE is mu of 80. Okay, so express AF. Okay. Okay, so I want AF. So AG is equals to AF plus FG, right? Do I have FG? Yeah, I have FG, right? Plus FG equals to lambda AC 4x plus half y. Okay, so I want to express AF, right? So FG, I have FG, which is negative 3 over 2y, if you want to know that. This is 4 lambda x plus half lambda y. Then I got the AF now. So it's 4 lambda x. This one throw the other side is plus 3 over 2y. So I can say it's 3 over 2 plus half lambda y. Okay, done. Okay, then the next one, AE. AE, let me use blue color lah. So AE I can say is AE is AF plus FE. You might ask, how do you know it's AF plus FE? Because I don't care. I must get the AF. Okay, so what is AF? What is FE? FE is negative 3x. Okay, good. Equals to the mu AD. AD is 4x plus 5 over 4y. Okay, so this is AF. This one is minus 3x. Okay, then equals to 4 mu x plus 5 over 4 mu y. So I got my AF now. 4 mu x, this one plus 3x, right? Then I will plus here. So 3 plus 4 mu x plus 5 over 4 mu y. Done. This is the two equation we need here. Okay, the first part they tell us this one in lambda x and y. Second in mu x and y. So we literally do both of that. Okay, then yeah, find lambda and mu. Alright, then I just sub into each other. Sub AF into the AF and then I'm comparing them lah. So for lambda, I sub AF into the AF. So 4 lambda x plus 3 over 2 plus half lambda y equals to 3 plus 4 mu x plus 5 over 4 mu y. Then I'm comparing the x. Comparing x means what? I will just use the value beside the x. And then I will do the same thing. I will just comparing y after that. Okay, use the value beside the y. This y is outside the bracket. Sorry. Okay, so 4 lambda equals to... I use this color. 4 lambda equals to 3 plus 4 mu. Alright, this is not friendly, this equation, because I have two unknowns. Let's say I comparing y and c. Is it both also? So, okay, this one is 3 over 2 plus half lambda equals to 5 over 4 mu. Okay, both equations same pattern. Should I use elimination or never mind? Okay, I throw everything to the other side, make lambda as subject and substitute again, and solve it. Okay, minus 3 over 2. So lambda is equals to 5 over 2 mu minus 3. Okay, my first equation, I will sub into the lambda here, the second equation. So it says sub 1 into 2. So 4, this is 5 over 2 mu minus 3. I hope I didn't make any carry mistake, or else this the whole question I need to redo it. Which is not fun. This is 12 equals to 3 plus 4 mu. So I got 6 mu equals to 15. Mu equals to 15 over 6, which is 5 over 2. Okay, then my lambda equals to 5 over 2 times 5 over 2 minus 3 is 25 over 4 minus 12 over 4. This one will be 13 over 4. Is my answer correct? Don't tell me I do wrong here. I'm going to be very sad. Oh my god, Genius. Got correct both. Okay, so yeah, you must do carefully. If you do carefully, the whole question will not be too bad. But then, like what I say, this kind of vector question actually involve a lot of algebra. So when you do that time, the positive negative thing, you must do it carefully. When you multiply it, you want to make sure you doesn't accidentally multiply the wrong thing. Blah 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 blah. BC is PS value, right? What BC is PS? What is that? BC is PS? Yeah, I don't get it. Any more question I want to reply? No, right? Okay, so let me see. Do I have mood to continue? Okay, last one. Actually, I really feel exhausted, but let's challenge ourselves to the maximum limit. Number 6. Oh, drink the last tea. Okay, given the first derivative of this one equals to that one, so 5h. Oh, okay, it seems like bonus mark question, but this one you kind of is a product rule lah. So d dx for 3x and then x squared plus 5 power of 4. So I want to differentiate this one. So definitely this is my u, this is my v. So my formula for product rule is u differentiate v plus v differentiate u, isn't it? So if you get this idea, the whole thing should be quite easy. So yeah, I see some Chinese word and I digesting it. Okay, so differentiate v, what do I get? I actually get about 4 x squared plus 5 power of 3. And then differentiate the inside the bracket, I will get a 2x here. This is what happened when I differentiate v. Plus copy the v, which is x squared plus 5 power of 4. Differentiate the u will give me a 3. So I write a 3 in front here. Because differentiate u is 3x, right? Differentiate it, I will get a 3 there. Alright, then I will just multiply them. Okay, so if I multiply here, this one is about 8x. Multiply 3x is 24x squared. Then this is x squared plus 5 power of 3 plus 3x squared plus 5 power of 4. Right now my objective is I want to get something very similar to this pattern. So this is my whole objective right now. So they factorize out a 3 and x squared plus 5 power of 3. Then we do the same thing. I factorize out a 3 and then bracket x squared plus 5 power of 3. But what do we mean by factorize it? Means here, the first term here, I divide 3 and x squared plus 5 power of 3. Here I also divide 3 and x squared plus 5 power of 3. This is what do we mean by factorize it out, right? So this one, 3 and 24, I left at 8. So I have 8x squared. The whole thing I cut, no more already. This one 3 and 3 I cut, this one and this one simplify, I still have power 1, isn't it? So plus x squared plus 5. So therefore, it's 3 x squared plus 5 power of 3. This is 9x squared plus 5. And where's the position of h? H is basically the 9, isn't it? So therefore, h equals to 9. 3 mark. Okay. BC is positive value, right? Okay. That one is a question just now. Okay, let me give you one chance. BC, where's the BC? Yeah, BC is negative, but BC is positive, CB is negative. So if you go to the opposite direction, you'll get positive half y. Okay? So do we have to use the delta x method for first derivative? Okay, first thing is you don't confuse first derivative and first principle is not the same thing, alright? It's not the same with the first principle. Because if first principle, then yeah, we have to do something like delta y over delta x, and then we limit the delta x close to 0, right? To get the dy dx. But this one is first derivative, just mean they ask you to differentiate one time. So they just ask you to differentiate one time and leave your answer in that pattern, that's all. If this question you try to use the first principle to do, I think you're not going to be happy because it's the very difficult question. Okay. Yeah, I want to thanks the Joanne to join the masterclass. Make sure you have about 1 month, go to watch all the tutorial video, because in my member only content, I have covered every single chapter. Yeah, like let's say it has some specific chapter, if you are very weak, make sure you go to watch the specific tutorial to fully understand it. Okay, let's continue to the next one. I hope B is not related lah. So B is the diagram 4, actually show an inverted cone with the base diameter is 12 centimeter and height is 18. So given that the height of the water in the cone is h centimeter and the radius of the water is r. Okay, everything is stayed in the diagram already. So the water leak out through a small hole okay, at the tips of the cone. Okay, calculate the small change of the height of the water when the volume is decreased from that one to this one. Okay, first idea. What's the meaning of volume decrease from this value to that value? Okay, so we know this is the rate of change of volume, isn't it? So therefore, I know dv dt will equals to, since it's decreasing, negative. Use a new value minus small value, so you should get 0.5 pi. Okay, or so how do you get 0.5 pi? Yeah, let's do it. 7.5 pi minus 8 pi. Okay, so you will get negative 0.5 pi. Okay, and then right now I want to find a small change. Okay, small change of water level of height. Okay, so I know change of... Okay. Okay, I will do something like... I don't know, change of height, water levels, DH, or DVD, okay, let's say I have some, because the one is DT, oh no, the question doesn't say this is per second, so this is not DT, this is not DT, I thought it's rate of change, this is small change, because here it doesn't see S minus 1, isn't it? So nothing to do with time. So this one is basically is a change of the volume. Okay, then everything makes sense now. I scared myself like, how to relate change rule and the rate of change. So yeah, it's just sort of stuck for then change of V over change of water level height equals to dVdh. Okay, so right now I have change of V already. I want to find this is something I want to find now. So but I don't have the equation for dVdh. So this is the reason why they give you something like this. Why they give you all this information? They want you to use a similar triangle to form one equation. So therefore, I'm going to cut it into half so that you can see some similar triangle. So the big triangle is 6 and 18. Why is 6? Because 12 divided by 2. So you get 6. And then the small triangle here. Oops, wait, don't move. The small triangle here is R over H. Okay, because this angle and this angle are the same, both are 90 degrees, then they are the similar triangle. Definitely last angle will be the same as well. So they are similar triangle, then I can use the comparing method. I can say something like R over H equals to 6 over 18, which is 1 over 3. So R equals to 1 over 3H. Okay, why I want to form this thing? Because I want my equation V in terms of H only, so that I can do dVdh. Cone is 1 over 3 pi R square H. Since I want in terms of H, then I will change my R. 1 over 3 square. So I will solve this thing. This is 1 over 3, or this is 1 over 9. 1 over 9 is 1 over 27 pi H cubed. Is my V. Then right now, I can easily do my dVdh. which is 3 over 27, which is 1 over 9 pi h squared. Alright, I want to know what is my height here. I don't have height, but I have the original volume, which is 8 pi. So from here, I should be able to get my h by substitute 8 pi into the v. So when v equals to 8 pi, so I have 8 pi equals to 1 over 3, no, I use over h only one. 1 over 27 pi h cubed. Pi and pi I simplify. 8 times 27, yeah, 216, which is 9, h cubed. Then h equals to cube root of 216, h equals to 6. Alright, so after I got the h equals to 6 already, then the whole thing becomes very easy. This is pi 6 square. 6 square is 36, so 36 divided by 9. So I got 4 pi. So then I can go back to the change rule. So change of v, we just got it, is negative 0.5 pi. So negative 0.5 pi over change of h equals to 4 pi. So by solving this one, change of h is basically negative 0.5 pi divided by 4 pi. So change of h is basically negative 0.5 divided by 4. Pi and pi I simplify. So it's about negative 0.125 centimeter cube. Pi and pi I simplify. So this is the small change in the height. Yeah, we say this 5 mark a lot of work. Okay, let us review these questions again. Okay, so the first thing is you must read finish the whole questions. After that, you need to know, okay, so the volume is actually decreased from 7.5 from 8 pi to 7.5 pi. Then you come out the change of v, and then you come out the small change formula. This is a small change formula. So small change formula hints you that you need to find the change of height, right? So this is the reason I highlight the yellow color one. Is a change of height. So you want to find a change of height, you must have the dVdh. And I have the equation of volume here in terms of r and h. So therefore, I need to form an equation is r in terms of h. So I need an equation r in terms of h. So this is the reason why I think your unit wrong, sir. Okay, really? Is my unit wrong? Yeah, it's wrong, because h is a centimeter. Yeah, thanks for telling me my unit is wrong. Okay, so where am I? So r in terms of h. So therefore, I will use a similar triangle method. This one is the similar triangle methods to comparing their side to form a equation. Then from this equation, I can achieve what I want, which is r in terms of h. Why I want this equation? Because I can sub back to the volume of the cone equation to make my volume of the cone in terms of h only. Then only I can do the differentiation. Because if you have r and h both are variable, there's no way you differentiate. I mean, in SPM cannot lah. STPM there's way you differentiate. Or you take engineering in the university, definitely you know some other way. But right now you can't. Okay, so after I do finish dVdh already, my answer in terms of h. But the question doesn't tell me what is my height. So this is the reason why I need to take my volume, sub back to the equation to get what is my height so that I can sub back into my dVdh. So after I sub back into my dVdh, I have the dVdh already. Then I sub everything back into the small change formula. Because my whole objective here is to find the change of height. So I solve until the end. I know when the volume is like decreased like 0.5 pi, my height actually decreased like 0.125 centimeter. Yeah, this is the whole idea for this kind of crazy questions. And not to say very hard. I in terms of hard, I think it's still fine. Unless there's no idea, you have no idea about similar triangle, then you will be very struggle here. Or else it shouldn't be too difficult for you. But a lot of work for 5 marks. This is true. Yeah, we'll stop here. Even though I feel to continue, but my body just say no because I feel so tiring right now. You know, I have class since morning till now. Yeah. So, anyways, I want to thanks about 62 students still stay until the end. And please help me to click like and share to your friend so that YouTube know this live streaming is not bad. So that he will suggest to more students so the student can actually learn from it. Yeah, the MRSM have a lot of difficult questions. You need to try to understand it because I don't want to do a live streaming just to show my working step because I want you to really understand. Because in the exam, definitely they will modify from some of the state paper so that you can still do. Yeah, because if I just open the live, I don't talk anything, I just show you, okay, this how I do question 1, how I do question 2, how I do question 3, there's no point. So this is the reason why I hope you really learn something from my live streaming. Help me to click like or help me to ask your friend come and click like. Alright, thanks for your time and have a wonderful night. And right now it's still Chinese New Year. So yeah, for all the Chinese students, happy Chinese New Year to you. Yeah, and I guess you already start the group member. I mean, what am I talking? I guess some students already start school. Yeah, make sure you stay safe because recently the COVID case is almost 20,000 if not mistaken. So make sure even you go to school, wear mask properly and drink more water. Make sure you go to take the vaccine whenever possible. Stay safe. Yeah, and SPM is just one like less than few weeks, right? But MF is just about 1 month plus. So all the best. Good night and see you around in my YouTube channel. Bye bye.